Hello, welcome. Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for tuning in. Today is Monday, Creative Monday. I am your host, Tawanna Francis, and I am so glad to see everybody out there chiming in. Um, it's a chilly day here in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's one of them cozy days where you just want to lay up with a cup of hot tea. I'm glad that everybody came out today. I'm glad I'm here. I even showed up. Today, my guest is Evangelist Angie B. Angie B is the founder of Angie B Productions, an agency that focuses on spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ through ministry and media. Angie B Production produces audio books for authors and publishing companies. She also produces video and radio commercials and special events. Angie B is a number one best-selling author, award-winning radio host. She encourages entrepreneurships among women. She is an advocate for mental health awareness, domestic violence awareness, and alopecia awareness. She believes that these aspects of her life make her a better business owner and service provider. Please help me welcome the amazing Angie, the Queen B.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Make me want to meet that lady the way you introduced me. Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
so welcome. You're so welcome. I've been excited all day. Since I
Oh,
talked to you this morning, I have been so excited just because you just uplift me. You just
thank
uplift me
you.
with your upbeat attitude. And
Thank you.
I just wanted to just go head on and let you just tell everybody what Angie, the Queen Bee, is all about.
Oh my goodness. Well, somebody asked me today, how are you a business owner and you're still a preacher? And I said, well, some preachers are still teachers and dentists and doctors. I just happen to be a serial entrepreneur. It seemed to me like my life was always about starting something. I was either appointed the president of an organization or I started a business just because I didn't want to work for anybody else, or
Mhm.
it just seemed like God had planted something in me. So that doesn't stop just because I spread the gospel. I think the biggest advantage to being a business owner and a preacher is that I don't always have to, pass the offering plate. A lot of times the business funds the ministry, and I can see God enlarging the business to be able to grow the ministry. So I'm excited about your topic tonight, talking about businesses and starting them and stepping out on faith to do what you know is down in your heart.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your company. Um, let's start with the production company, Auto Books. You produce auto books.
Yes, yes. And audiobooks are so popular now because people just don't stop and sit and read a book. They want to listen to it in their car or while they're on the beach. And it used to be they would say reading is fundamental, but
Mhm.
when that fundamental basis is gone, you still got to get that word in there. And
Yes.
so I started the audiobook production company, the aspect of the company, because for 10 years I was a radio show host and I played Christian rap music and told people about what I learned from the pastor the week before at church. And I read scripture. and so many people around the world, because it was a global show, so many people would
Mhm.
call and say, I could sit and listen to you read the Bible all day. Can you read something else? Can you read? Okay, fine. And so when ministry presents an opportunity, you can't step on it. And so when NGB Productions, when I sat down and said, what is NGB Productions going to look like? It's really going to be what it sounds like.
Okay.
I wanted to read more books without feeling guilty about sitting and enjoying reading for an hour.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm paid to read a book and
Mhm.
narrate it and make it exciting for someone else that wants to listen to it. And I just love it. I absolutely do. Absolutely do. So,
Mhm.
say for example, an author wants to have their book um, become audio. They would send it to us. We count the pages because we charge per page.
Okay.
Ask them if they want a male or female narrator, which we have both. And this summer, we trained a 6-year-old voice actor, Sandra B.
Oh, okay.
And she reads those children's books with the enthusiasm of a child. It's just,
Yes.
and so we work together to bring novels to life, to bring just all sorts of books to life with multiple voices or just, one voice. We set it to background music, which can make it, a little more appealing to listen to.
Yes.
And the author receives an MP3, an MP4, which are just different types of audio files. And they receive 3 promo videos that they can put out on social media. So the promo video may have a picture of the author, the book cover, some lines from chapter 3, and it'll have the voices that are narrating the book so that people can click on the video and hear what it's going to sound like. And it's just been a wonderful journey. It has been.
Interesting. Interesting. So let me ask you, do I call you Angie or do I call you the Queen Bee?
Well, those in the holy hip hop genre around the world in England and Australia and throughout the United States, they know the Queen Bee, Angie B,
Okay.
because they knew to send me their music to play on the show.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
once I became an ordained evangelist, it almost felt kind of stuffy to say evangelist, but
Uh-huh.
there is a testimony in my name. I was
Uh,
born as Angela, but my family always called me Angie. Families will give you a nickname.
yes.
And my maiden name was Bennett, where the B came from. But then I was married and divorced twice, which left my life empty, 2 E's. And when you are trying to remake yourself, especially when you're a woman, you don't know if you keep the married name, if you go back to your maiden name, if you
Mhm.
hyphen. And so I said, Lord, who am I? What am I to you? That's my life. What am I? And he audibly and visually showed me that I am the queen bee in his beehive.
Okay.
I'm a round, yellow, busy little bee buzzing around for Christ. And if I use the gifts and talents that he has planted within me, they will always make a way for me. And that is where NGB Productions has come from. That truly, that step of faith. So
That-
call me Angie B.
okay, Angie B. That is amazing. You know, you just a breath of fresh air. And it's so
Oh,
and it amazes me that you just broke it down so easy and understandable because many times people will say, well, she's a pastor, she's in ministry, and she's running around here calling herself Angie B. I am so glad that you are being true to yourself
and
and to the gift that God has put in you.
yes, yes. Because we also have to understand we have to be relatable. If people look at me as this powerful evangelist and prophet, they're going to think they can't do what I do. And business is not about comparison. Business is what can you do? My grandmother, who is 90 years old, she can sit and crochet an afghan and a hat and a sweater, and I be wanting to put in business. And she probably will before the Lord brings her home. But that's what she can do.
Mm-hmm.
There may be someone else that is a court reporter. They can listen and transcribe. That's what they can do.
Yes.
God gives us gifts and talents to make a way for us. And just like we can dedicate our lives to a job, we can dedicate our lives to what God has put in me. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what my business is, my business.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in addition to that, the Lord has allowed me to write books, and I've been honored to write books that basically are very revealing. The first one talks about my diagnosis with a mental illness and the 3 suicide attempts on my life, and I speak on those topics. People say, well, don't you ask the Lord to heal you from that? And I'm like, well, when he want to, he will, but he
Yes.
can speak to a man through a donkey. He can speak to me through the clouds in my mind. Okay. Um, t- uh, 20 years ago, I started losing my hair to alopecia, and I am a completely bald alopecian woman. I use that as a testimony, and aspects of it are revealed in my books. Um, and that led to an extension of the business. Your business is yours. Just like
Yes.
your grow, your business can grow. If
Yes.
if my business started out as a video production company, and we would go in and we would shoot what the preacher was saying and put it on DVD, okay? So
Mm-hmm.
now we shoot events. Now we present events. By partnering with people, we're able to bring beauty bazaars and fashion shows featuring other alopecian people like me. The bold, beautiful, and bold beauty bazaar. I got to show you. We just had the second annual event in October, and
Mm-hmm.
it was just. But when you look at it from a business point of view, it's like, why would you want to have a $3,000 event that's not going to bring you any money? It brought outreach and fellowship, and it presented other businesses to people that may have needed their services. The nail tech who did my nails, the acupuncturist, the massage tech, the insurance. Um, Business owners don't always have to be in this little bubble where they can't work with other business owners. Do something big and work together with them so that you all receive the exposure that you need to receive. Small business don't have to be small. It just has to be steady.
Yes. Yes. That's so good. So true. Um, so these are the events that you put on. And do you travel
Oh,
from state to state and other places and put on these events?
we do. And in fact, my husband always jokes about when I retire, we ain't traveling so much. I said, what you want to do when you retire? Sit in a rocking chair? No, but we just getting our feet wet. But yes, we travel to not only bring the beauty bazaar, but we travel with author workshops. A business owner, an author is a business owner. So if you feel like you want to write a book, but you have no idea how or who or why, we come in with workshops that include editors, graphic designers, publishers. We invite you to participate in book festivals like the one we have here in Daytona Beach. The Fresh Book Festival is every year in January. We work with you because books like this don't need to go to the grave with you. They need to be told. This is our true love story about how God brought my husband and I together. And some people would think, well, why I want to know about your love story? Because it wasn't supposed to happen. I wasn't attracted to him. He wasn't attracted to me. So God did this one. But becoming an author is a business. Once you have the book, do you let them sit in a box under the shelf? Or do you learn to go out and participate in events and market and promote your book? Business owners need to know how to do that. And
Yes.
so we travel with that. And then we also travel to bring different aspects of the ministry. As a traveling evangelist, I bring workshops for moms, dads, teens, married folks, single folk. You got to get that foundation of family together before you expect your community to grow, right?
Right.
We will bring all those workshops, and like I said earlier, my husband Barty and I, if he's asked to sing, I'll MC or I'll preach and he'll videotape. But we will travel. Um, this year alone, we've been to Atlanta, we've been to Chicago, we've been to Detroit. We go back to Atlanta in April. It's wonderful. And again, as a business owner, if you thinking you can't afford to be in business, but you want to go on a vacation, start a business and write off your vacation. Have a book signing where your grandmama is and write that off.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Call up a friend that you haven't seen in 20 years and say, hey, can you hook me up at the library so I can have a book signing? Can you hook me up in your area? There's no need to work for 6 months to save up money to go on a weekend vacation when you can start your own business and go somewhere for a week, make
Mm-hmm.
some money, meet some people, enjoy yourself, and grow. So I encourage everybody. You need to have some kind of business. I'm not telling you to come up off your job and do it full time unless you want to. I'm not telling you that you got to sign up with a multi-level marketing company unless you want to. I
Mm-hmm.
am telling you that Oprah Winfrey talked about multiple levels of income. Your
Yes.
job is an income. Your hobby could be an income. Your disability check, like mine, could be could be an income. But your business also needs to be the type of income that shows you how much God loves you and how he will give you the desires of your heart more than you can ask or think. So just try it. Just try it. Just try it.
That is so good. Let me ask you this, Miss Angie.
Mhm.
Um, I started writing my book, and I put it
Good.
down. I put it down because it was too painful. As I when I was writing, it was too painful, and I wasn't ready. So lately, I have been thinking about picking the pen back up, but I have a hard time putting my words to paper.
Okay.
With your company, do you do workshops to help women like me who have books in our head and in our hearts, but just don't know how to get the words onto the paper? Do you do those type of workshops?
Well, we provide a service for people that just aren't going to type or write. We can sit with you just like I've done for my father. We're working on his book. He's 73 years old and he'll watch Star Trek before he'll sit down and write, but he has a
Mhm.
powerful story. So I
Mhm.
put a video camera in front of him and told him, Daddy, tell me what you want in your book. Well, you see, there was this and this. So once his video is finished, we work with transcriptionists that will take the words in his video and put it to paper. We work with editors who will then write it and design it into a book form. And we narrate it for audio using portions of his voice that he's already recorded
Mhm.
and have a wonderful project for him.
Mhm.
Now, I talked earlier about partnerships and how important that is. A
Yes.
business don't need to be a jack of all trades. So we don't necessarily bring workshops for people that want to write, but our partner nonprofit organization does. I'm on the board of directors of Sword of the Spirit Ministries Florida. They bring workshops to help single parents and their kids spiritually, financially, and physically. The founder of this nonprofit organization is a professional editor. And so she brings workshops how to get this book out of me with presenters and topics. And she's had a series of them, and they're going to start up again very soon. And so through that collaboration, we're able to help that nonprofit promote the workshops that they're doing and bring them out when we go out to speak and when we go out with our workshop. It's all about collaboration. It's all about it. You just don't need to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. You
Yes.
need to use the community, people, the people and the opportunities in your community that are around you. I'm a strong advocate for that.
Okay. Okay. And I want to ask you one more thing. Speaking about advocate, I see that you are advocate for mental health awareness, domestic violence awareness, and alopecia awareness.
Yeah, yeah,
So you
yeah.
go out and you speak on those topics as well. Can somebody hire you to come out and speak at their events on those type of topics as well?
I do, and they're all testimonial uh, topics. I was diagnosed with major depression and generalized anxiety disorder after 3 suicide attempts. I was hospitalized. My family said it was because I was in a domestically violent situation. The doctors said it was hormone imbalance. All I knew was that my daughters were middle school and high school age, and I was trying to be the best parent I could be. Mental illness is one of those topics that we just don't talk about in certain communities
Yes.
until we get somebody that doesn't wake up the next morning or forces somebody else not to wake up the next morning. So I
Right.
share my testimony. I share how God saved me. I share aspects of how my children helped save me. I share about my book. And in April, when we go to Atlanta, the April 14th, so you got to save the date, we'll be coming back with our second mental health symposium. We have partnered with a woman who is a ambassador for NAMI, and she comes from the other spectrum. You know, I can share my testimony, but you still need somebody who can share it from a different point of view. And she brings in clinical professionals. And last year, the people asked questions, and it was amazing. So we're looking forward to going back. But yes, I will come in and speak about mental illness, not from a clinical professional's point of view, not even from a preacher's point of view, because some preachers will tell you, you ain't praying enough, you ain't fasting enough, you ain't got enough faith. And I know that I have faith that God will send me the counselors that I need and the medication that I need. Just like if I had cancer or diabetes, the Lord will provide. So I do speak on that. I do speak on domestic violence awareness because some women don't realize that you can be raped when you're married. No
Mhm.
means no, even if he is your husband. You can be mentally manipulated into being ostracized from your family and turning over all your money and having to reinvent yourself for someone else's edification
Mhm.
and remain in that situation for years. It ain't always that he got to go upside your head. It ain't always that she got to lock you out your own house. It could be those subtle things. And so
Yes.
yes, I will speak on those topics and introduce topics that are again in my book for survival, scriptures and situations that will help encourage you and show you that you are God's queen. You are the queen bee of your own hive, and you don't have to be stung by a worker bee.
Yes.
Like I said earlier, I am a completely bald woman, and I speak on how uh, dating can be affected by your appearance,
Mhm.
self esteem, self worth. How am I going to get up and preach to the people when my wig ain't straight? How am I supposed to deal with this weave when I'm having hot flashes? All of these things need to be
Mhm.
addressed. And if you take the experiences that you've had in life and
Mhm.
factor them into your business plan, you got a company right there.
Yes, yes.
Got a
And
company.
that's what I do with my workshops. Most of my life workshops, I use my life experience, the things that I have been through and overcame.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna we're gonna be wrapping up,
Okay.
but I just want you to tell people, I'm gonna put it up on the screen, but how can somebody contact you?
Well, I do have a website, thequeenbee.com, DAQUEENBEE.com. And there you can see my upcoming speaking engagements. You can order a copy of one of the books. You can invite me to come and bring my touring workshops. And you can find out about the Bold, Beautiful, and Bald Beauty Bazaar. You can be a vendor next year. You can be a sponsor. You can download a copy of the souvenir directory. This directory is just loaded with ads and information and pictures of the models and businesses that just wanted to show their support for alopecia awareness. So you can visit the website. The website also has samples of audiobooks that we've completed for other clients. So you can listen to the different voices and determine which voice you want to narrate your book. I always encourage people to follow me on social media. Sometimes it's one thing to say, well, I want that person, but it's another thing to feel their spirit and to know their heart. And I think through my posts on social media, you can get that for yourself. That's how we met, on social media.
Yes,
So
yes,
you can follow the Queen Bee, Evangelist Angie B on Facebook. You can also search for Angie B and Barty Productions. That's our production company. And or just call me. Call or send a text. If I don't answer right away, I'm taking a nap and I'll reply when I wake up, because entrepreneurs sometimes need a nap, okay?
yes,
And my
yes,
number is 407-914-6519. And I would
yes,
love to hear from your viewers.
yes. Well, I put the information up on the screen. Copy, take down the information, take down the website, take down the phone number, contact Miss Angie B. Find out what she's about. Um, Share the video, share the video, share the video for someone else who's out there who may need her services. Someone you may know or you may need the services. Contact her. Her information is on the screen as we speak. I'm going to keep it up while we close out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. I enjoyed talking with you today. I enjoyed you. I know the audience enjoyed you. Your voice is something to listen to. I
Thank
can
you.
see how the audio books they sound because you have the voice, angelic voice. Um,
So much.
you're welcome so much. You are always welcome to come back.
Woo,
Um,
bless your heart.
please, 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 anytime you want to come back, you are welcome. I thank you for showing up for me. I thank you. I thank you. If
Anytime you need us to fill in a blank, just give us a call. I am honored to be of service. Thank you, dear.
and I will also follow you, and I'm see about coming to one of your events. Um, they sound amazing, and I'm gonna stay in touch with you also.
Thank you,
Um,
dear.
again, share the video, share the video, share the video. Thank you so much, Miss Angie, the Queen Bee.
God bless you, my sister.
God bless you.
Be
God
blessed.
bless you. Good night. Oh, you had no